Hey everyone, Hitesh here from ET's personal tech team, and this is a review of the OBSBOT Tail. It's the world's first AI auto director camera. Before we get into what that is, I just want to tell you that this is a Kickstarter project, so there are risks associated with it. But having said that, this is a real product and we've done a fairly comprehensive review on this. So without much further ado, let's get started. The OBSBOT Tail comes in this beautiful carry case. It's a hard case. Open it up, you'll see the OBSBOT Tail and the accessories that it comes with. It's a form-fitting case, so the tail camera does not move around at all inside it. It's padded as well. So really nice that they've included this case, keeps the camera secure during travel. I like to think of the OBSBOT Tail as being three devices in one. It's a 4K video camera. It's a stabilized camera, so it has a gimbal built in, and it also has the AI auto director features. So all of these things rolled into one device. Taking a look around, you'll see the tripod socket at the bottom, mounted on any standard tripod. These are the indication lights for the battery level. You have the USB Type-C ports. This one's for charging, that's the power button. The one on top is for data transfer. This is the micro SD slot, and this is the 3.5mm for the microphone. A single microphone is supplied in the box. These are the three different angles of movement that it has: the panning, the tilting, and the roll. So that's how it becomes a 3-axis gimbal as well, giving you stabilized footage if you're moving around. As you can see, the 360 panning is unlimited, so it can keep rotating in the same direction. So a few more things about the OBSBOT Tail. It's an all-metal body, comes in either red or black. Powering the AI features is a HiSilicon Hi3559A chipset, a pretty powerful chipset actually. The sensor is a 12 megapixel Sony CMOS. There's an optical zoom lens by Hoya, 21 to 74mm range, and an f2.4 to f5.0 aperture. There's a micro SD slot I already mentioned, and an 1850 mAh battery. There's a companion app, of course, and the camera creates its own Wi-Fi. But you don't need the app to operate it, you just use these gestures. This one locks on the target, this one starts recording. Then there are other gestures. For instance, this lets you focus the camera to the top or the bottom half of the body. So these are the gestures that are pre-recorded. Now here's the camera tracking me indoors. I've held up my hand, added myself as the target, and you can see that the camera just will not lose sight of me. No matter how fast I move, which direction I move in, up or down, all around, it stays locked on. We've also taken the camera outdoors, and I'll show you some example footage. Here's a close-up again of the same action. The camera, you can keep it anywhere. In this case, it's on a tripod, but it will just keep tracking the subject no matter what. Even if there are other people around, it continues to track fairly accurately. So here's the 4K video straight from the camera. It's downsampled to 1080p for this video, but you can still appreciate the color and the detail that the camera is capturing. Now note that I've placed the OBSBOT Tail down on a stable surface. All the movements that you see here, it's doing them automatically. No matter where the subject moves or how fast, it manages to keep track. Now this is a little lower res video because it's a screen grab from the app on the phone. It shows you what the camera sees. It's the bounding box that draws around the subject, and that's how it keeps track of where the subject is going. So this is me walking with the OBSBOT Tail in my hand. It's continuing to track the subject while the 3-axis gimbal stabilizes out the jerkiness of my walk. And this gives it a really nice cinematic feel. So this is also a really important part of this camera. And note that it is continuing to track the subject while I'm walking. I'll also show you a running shot. So at this point, I start running. You can tell that it is still really stable and it continues to track the subject. Honestly guys, this is really amazing because there are other people in the frame and it still continues to track the subject that you have selected. There are other tracking cameras, but they can't do it so fast and so accurately. This is again what the camera sees, a screen grab from the app itself. The bounding box, you can see it doesn't get confused with other people in the frame. At the same time, the gimbal is still doing its magic and keeping it stabilized.
So this is a test of the microphone that comes along with the OBSBOT Tail. It's got a little bendy neck, fits into the 3.5mm slot on the side. Tell me, what do you think of the audio quality you're recording using this microphone? Of course, you can use any microphone with it. You can have a longer cable. You can also use one of the wireless mics, put the transmitter into the OBSBOT, and then use one of the wireless lapel mics. So that helps if you're recording somebody who's a little far away. Tell me what you think about the audio quality.
So here's some more examples of tracking shots. I'll also show you the preset moves that you have available in the app. This could be used for a lot of things, a lot of action shots. You really don't need a dedicated camera person following you around now. So here you can see the camera is zooming in and moving on its own. It's tracking, focusing on the lower half, scanning up and down. These are some of the options that are available. Let's switch to the phone screen now. While recording, you can pull up these little actions, the zooming actions, select one, and then the camera seamlessly carries out that action. So that's been our review of the OBSBOT Tail, guys. Let us know what you think of this video. The final version of the OBSBOT Tail ships in April, so keep that in mind. If you have any further questions about this camera, do reach out to me directly via Twitter. Thanks for watching.